Fruit stripe gum.
Hello and welcome to One Cool Thing, PC Mag's daily show where we show you one cool thing which we are testing out here in the PC Mag Labs. Today we are testing a speaker and I will just turn it on for you right now. And so you can see that here that this is the Ultimate Ears UE Megaboom 3, and I'm gonna turn it on again because volume and mid-range are key to the speaker, right? Let's give it a couple of seconds.
Sure.
So that was really nice and loud, a relatively full sound. Will Greenwald, tell us about this speaker and why we recommend it.
Okay, let's talk about it. It is a rugged speaker. It is IP67, which means it is sandproof, dustproof. It can handle a spill. You can take it to the pool. It's buoyant, so you can actually drop it in the pool, though you might not get the full sound from it.
So it floats?
Yeah.
Will it float while playing?
Yeah, I think so.
Whoa, okay.
It all floats down here. This is a updated version of the Ultimate Ears Boom, which itself is the bigger version of the UE Boom 2 and the UE Boom, which is basically a smaller version of that speaker. So it's a bit more streamlined. The previous version had a big rubber stripe for these volume buttons, but it's just fabric all the way around, except on the back. The bottom now has a contact for using the optional $40 power-up charger, so you don't need to plug it in. And originally, the early booms and the Mega Boom, the power connector was behind a door on the bottom side. So you need to basically put it like this, let it roll around while you plug it in. But no, this time it's on the back, so you can just plug in micro USB and keep it charged if you don't have the power up, which is nice.
So what's the battery life like?
Up to 20 hours, but
Nice.
Obviously that depends on volume level, type of music, blah, blah, blah. There is no wired option, so like you only can do Bluetooth with this, which is not a big deal, but
yeah, I mean, I was looking for the aux in on this earlier and totally not finding it.
It's nice to have a backup, but it isn't always necessary. And if you just, if you're just rocking wireless, some of our favorite speakers don't really have any wired option, like the Sonos Play 1, which is the same price as this. This is $200.
Now, does this support aptX or other lossless Bluetooth options?
Yeah, in fact, I believe this is Bluetooth 5.
Okay, wow. And now, Bluetooth 5, one of the things about Bluetooth 5 is it lets you go from one source device to multiple output devices. And one of Ultimate Ears, one of their selling points is that if you have a lot of boom speakers around, they can be a group, right?
Yeah, you can make groups, you can make stereo pairs, which is actually a feature that they added to previous versions of the Boom and Mega Boom. And yeah, that's some of the other cool stuff you can do with it. If you get the Ultimate Ears Boom app, you can actually, there's a 5-band EQ, so you can bring stuff up, pull it down, change the sound a little bit. You probably couldn't tell through the very tiny microphones we're using, but while the boom is in the name, there isn't a whole lot of really low-end rumble. It can get nice and loud, but it still doesn't really thump. And for our most punishing and hated test tracks for bass, it almost distorts. So there's some issues. But it actually sounds very good in general and gets very loud for its size and price. And also on the app, this button is new. The magic button is what they call it. No.
Yes. We need to show them what it sounds like. We need to show them what it sounds like.
I hate Silent Shout by the Knife.
And so now this is our bass test track, and you can tell it's got bass, but it doesn't it's not really moving the table.
It sounds like it's almost popping, a little bit crunchy, not quite distorting, but it's not great. Now every other song I've listened to on this doesn't do that, so this is a very punishing track, which does not represent all music, and other music we've listened to is good on it. And if you have, especially an iPhone, but if you have an Android phone too, you can use the Ultimate Ears app to load playlists and have them ready. Now for Android, that's only Deezer, but if you have...
Wait, to load playlists? What do you mean? The music gets cached in the speaker?
I will explain. If you have Android, you can only do Deezer, but if you have an iPhone, you can do Deezer or Apple Music. And what you do is you tell the app, I want to have these playlists ready. And it still streams through the phone, but pressing the button triggers the phone to start going straight to that playlist instead of needing to actually play with the phone at all. So all you got to do is turn it on, press the button, you got music.
Now, why Deezer? Is this French?
I have no idea.
Okay. I feel like
I'm surprised it's not Spotify or Play Music.
Or something that non-French people use. Because Deezer, it's super French.
I'm sure. I'm not too familiar with Deezer, honestly. I
Not
don't see
French.
it.
You're not French.
Okay.
Exactly.
It's available in the U.S., so
Yeah, but
you can use Deezer if you're an Anglophone.
Yeah, but like it's mostly French.
Could be for the Quebecois.
Could be. Okay, so what do the buttons on this thing do? I notice there's an
Power,
obvious button
pairing,
here.
and the magic button. That's
Okay.
it. Very simple.
What's a magic button?
I just explained it's the
Oh, okay, that's the play button.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's play, pause, and specifically load playlists.
Okay.
And otherwise just power and Bluetooth pairing.
Okay.
Not a
great.
whole lot to do here. There's no speakerphone, it's just music, and that's kind of all you need. We got a question.
So there's no wire for it?
There is a micro USB wire for charging, but that's it. There is no 3.5 wired connection. There's no way to actually plug in a music source. It's Bluetooth only, and yeah, still not bad.
So now, how does this compare to other Bluetooth speakers that we've had, that we've reviewed, that we've had on the market?
Well, for portable Bluetooth speakers, which is a big factor. This is rugged. This is portable. It is pretty darn good. It isn't the top one out there. I think you can actually look at the wireless speaker thing if that comes up. This is a weird screen. Just tap speaker.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the only thing that strikes me is that $200 is not cheap.
It's not cheap, but it also isn't that expensive. And the previous Megaboom was $300 and then cut down to $250. This is actually the price of the Boom 2 and original Boom, which is the smaller speaker. So you're getting more power.
Okay.
And we're at this weird place where a lot of speakers are getting very powerful and appealing for less than $100. The IKEA NB 12-inch.
Yep, that one.
The Anker Soundcore something flame.
Not even on the list yet.
It is on there. I think it's a different roundup. I need to update that one. But
JLab Block Party,
yep.
150.
So we are getting more power for your buck, but again, this is ruggedized, which several aren't, and it is powerful for a portable speaker. If you want a lot more powerful, a lot bigger, you need to spend about twice as much for like the JBL Boombox, or not portable, but the Google Home Max is very powerful, but is plugged in
Totally
only,
not portable.
and doesn't even does that have Bluetooth? The Max, I think?
Home Max, yeah.
Okay.
Let me fire up another song for a sec.
Because I believe the Max doesn't have a wired connection, does it? If you installed the app, you might be able to make it sound a bit better by tweaking the EQ a little bit. Because like as flat, it's not really the best curve. So, well, obviously. So there are options.
Okay, any more questions out there?
So it seems like most wireless speakers are interacting through your phone. You have to use it for controlling. How many directly connect to the internet? Is that a common?
Any Wi-Fi speaker usually can. It actually kind of depends.
Alexa or Google Home speakers.
Yeah, any voice assistant speaker.
Voice assistant speakers
They're
directly
fundamentally connected to the internet.
Right. Voice assistant speakers connect to the internet, and you can play through the music service that's connected to your voice assistant. And that's not just the Amazon or Google or Apple branded speakers, but there's a growing number of third-party speakers that have these services on them that just allow you to ask for music.
Like the UE Megablast, which is, we reviewed it and we're actually testing the UE Blast. It is basically the Alexa-equipped version of this. So if it's online, if you can connect to your network or your phone, you can use your use Alexa with it.
So if you want this form factor and if you want these capabilities, but you don't actually want to use it with your phone, that sounds like your product.
Yeah, there actually aren't a whole lot of very portable voice assistant speakers because it assumes you're going to be using it at home connected to your Wi-Fi, so you don't need to like change a whole bunch of things.
But the other reason, there's actually another reason, and Amazon explained it to me around the Amazon Tap, which is there aren't a lot of portable voice assistant speakers because the always-on aspect of a voice assistant drains battery.
That's another factor,
and
definitely.
So you don't see a lot of battery-powered voice assistant speakers because they end up having shorter standby battery life than you expect from a battery-powered speaker, which can just be off.
It's why the Tap originally didn't even have voice-free. They had to add it later in with a patch.
Exactly. Okay, any more questions out there? Great. So the let's get back to the main review page here. The UE Megaboom 3. We are giving it 4 stars, but not an editor's choice. Why?
Because there might be some better speakers that might fit your needs for a little bit cheaper with similar performance, or like a bit more powerful with a bit more. This is in the weird middle space. Like 200 used to be 2 or 3 years ago like a gold position for speakers, but that's really shifting higher and lower a lot. So this is in a weird space, and it does stumble with deep bass. So it's not the ideal speaker, but it is very good for certain things.
But I gotta say, I mean, what it's most good for, what strikes me most is if you have a house with a pool.
Yep.
Yeah, if you have a house with a pool, this is the speaker that sits outside by the pool. So thank you all for watching. This has been One Cool Thing with PCMag.com. We will be back at 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow with another cool thing live on Facebook to take your questions and comments. Of course, if you are watching us on YouTube, then please like and subscribe. We have another cool thing every day. Thanks very much.